welcome to another edition of Darwin and Adele's Kitchen. Today we're going to make crispy duck, Darwin and Adele style. Now there are like 1,000 recipes out there for crispy duck. This is the one that Adele and I use. So first off, we're going to have the ingredients for our duck. It's going to be a medium-sized red onion, medium-sized yellow onion, some scallions, a couple of lemons, and as well as, this is the secret to the crispy duck skin, is salt. About 3 to 4 tablespoons, which you will gently, liberally sprinkle on the duck itself. And then some black pepper, paprika, and some red wine for both the cook and the duck, but that's going to be for the duck sauce later. And like I said, then the duck itself. As you can see, the duck's right behind Adele. It's about a 3.5–4 pound duck. And I'm going to prepare it. Now to prepare it, as Adele will show you, is you dry the duck. So, you pat it down with paper. And you just dry the skin. Then once we get done drying it, we are going to score it. Let the juices escape and let it cook. So make sure you pat it down dry real well. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to take that onion, the red, the yellow, and the scallions, and we're going to chop it up, and we're going to stuff it inside the duck, because what we want to do is that when the duck itself is cooking, all the people complain about how fatty the duck is. Well, believe it or not, once you cook it, all that grease and fat is going to basically drip out of the duck into the pan itself. And you're basically going to have a nice duck, but with a lot of the fat already gone, because it's going to be on the bottom of the pan. And then with that fatty juices, we're going to turn that into au jus, and that's where the wine comes in. A little bit of flour, and with the onion taste that's there, that's going to be the aroma, the flavor of the fatty stuff that we're going to turn into an au jus, which will go into the rice that that's going to make. So we'll be right back as we prepare the onions to be stuffed inside the duck itself. Then I'll show you the scoring first and all that stuff. And here we are just scoring the bird. Okay, this will get the fat juices going. We're going to scour the back first. And remember, just score enough to get out the skin. Not so much the back, the meat itself. So here I am scoring the blade. And you don't have to do too many lines. So we did the back, now we're going to do the front where the breast is at. And like I said, make sure you have a very, very, very sharp knife for this. Now I'll show you a trick. See here where the legs are at? This will make sure that you don't cook too long, because what you want to do is make sure that you have no raw duck. So this is just a little trick I learned from a real chef. Alright, now this is how you get actual crispy skin. And you get that with salt, so sprinkle liberally. Now this is about 3 to 4 tablespoons of kosher salt. You can use sea salt, rock salt, whatever. But this is how you get the crispy skin. Now this duck right here is 4.5 pounds. So, basically speaking, we're going to cook this duck. Initially, we're going to preheat the oven at 425 degrees, and we're going to leave this duck in there for the first hour. Okay, and then at 425 degrees. Then we're going to drop the temperature down to 350. But the initial hour is to get the skin nice and crispy. So again, but be liberal with the salt initially. Make sure you get everything you want crispy with the salt. If you want to, you can cut away the excess fat. But in reality, once you put it on the tray and you put it on the elevated tray itself in the pan, a lot of that's going to disappear. But if you wish, you can cut the excess fat away. Now, if you want to add a rub, whatever rub you want to add to it, be my guest, whatever turns you on. But our rub is going to be basically black pepper and paprika. That's what Adele and I like. Additionally, too, if you want to add soy sauce or teriyaki sauce on top, if you want that Asian flavor, go for it. What Adele and I are going to use is Worcestershire sauce, because it's American style. I learned how to do this American way. So we're using Worcestershire sauce. Or Worcestershire sauce. But if you want to use soy sauce, go for it. So again, be very liberal with the salt, because that's how you are going to get your crispy skin. Now, next time we come back here, you're going to see me stuffing the bird. But let me do this right here. Okay, I think it's enough salt. See, I don't do duck very often because, well, it's one of the things when you do crispy duck, you got to put a lot of salt in it. And I'm supposed to stay away from salt. But a little bit every now and then, that's some hurt. That's why you got to enjoy life. Okay, now I'm going to put the pepper rubbing on it. Okay, black pepper and paprika is what we're using for our rubbing. Oh, guys, it's gonna be good, I guarantee. Oh, I guarantee. This is gonna be a good duck. Quack, quack. Right, baby? Yeah. Adele loves duck, so do I.
So does William Henry.
Yeah, William Henry loves duck. He says, give me duck. Well, all our pets love duck. Okay, we've already salted it and we already scored it, and we've peppered it with both black pepper and paprika. Now we're going to stuff the bird. Now, also, additionally with the onions, the yellow onion and the red onion, and the scallions, I also forgot to add about a dozen garlic we're going to add in the mix that we're going to stuff in the duck. So here we go. Adding the little bit of garlic. And some onions. Add some yellow. And some green onion. All of it's going in the duck. Stuff it real well. And there we go. Here's the red onion. A little bit of red onion. And we're going to stuff this duck really, really, really good. Because when we make the Au Jus, we're going to use the flavor of these onions and the spices that we put on here, which is the spice basically. It's like I said, the salt is how you're going to get your crispy skin, and the garlic and all the onion flavors is going to go into the Au Jus from the fat drippings. And the rest of these onions that we don't put in the duck won't go to waste, because when Adele makes her famous vegetable rice, all the rest of the stuff is actually going to go in the rice. so none of it goes to waste. So this is going to be really good, I guarantee. So again, stuff it with whatever, if you want to stuff it. Some people don't even put any stuffing in at all. It's up to you. But when we make the Au Jus, and I'll show you how to make the Au Jus later, we like that onion flavor with our Au Jus. Now I'll be right back because I'm going to seal all this up using a skewer. But I'm not done stuffing yet. Now we're going to go to the sealing part. That's real easy. That's what you just skewer. Oh yeah, this is another method too of making sure that you can, if you don't want to use a sharp knife, you can use one of these tools. Again, poking within the skin to make sure you get the fat. And again, you can get this. Get these in a lot of Asian stores. Works real well for poking in the skin like this. Make little holes in the skin. Works also well with lechon or for cracking open crabs.
Yes. Got ours from the international market.
Yep. Want to show you that little technique. But this right here, use a skewer. Metal skewer. I prefer metal skewers. Use a wooden one, but yeah, well. And then you go like this to seal up all that flavor. Do the same thing with lechon when you got a whole pig, or you can sew it up. Ta-da! Alright, that's going to seal it up nice and good. And then what we do is we take the duck. Then we put it, can you grab that baster, honey? Just pull the baster out. The baster. The baster's right there. Just pull it out. And then what we're going to do here is basically, you can put it breast up, breast down. We're going to put this one breast down. Reason why we want the juice to flow through the breast with the onions, the garlic, and just basically permeate the breast with all that flavor. And additionally too, all that fat's going to go down here to the bottom of the pan because, well, with all that dripping stuff, that's what we're going to use for our Au Jus. Now, remember, we're going to do this for the first hour. And then, after that first hour, we're going to bring this out and we're going to flip it. And then we're going to drop the temperature down to 350. And then we're going to flip it, and then it should take about 3 hours to cook, maybe less. But this is a 4.5 pound duck. So we'll be right back now. The lemons are for later, and that's what we're going to use to, well, on the duck when we get ready to feast. Yeah. But anyway, about 30 minutes before, Adele's going to make her rice special. Yeah. Then we're going to feast. Yeah. Back after I make the Au Jus. Yeah. This is what this is for. This is what I'm going to put in the Au Jus, so we can put it over our rice and duck. And the wines we're going to use for the Au Jus too. I'll show you how to do it. But basically, part of the wine is for me, the other part is for the duck. So we'll be right back I'm going to show you what that duck is going to look like. And I wish you could be here to smell what the duck's going to smell like, man. Because I guarantee it's going to smell good. But all this onion stuff not going to go to waste because Adele's going to put it with the rice.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back. Adele's going to set a timer for 1 hour. In 1 hour, I'm going to come back and I'm going to flip the duck. And we're going to keep flipping it for the next 3 hours or so until the duck itself is ready. So Adele has a temperature gauge, and I'll check the temperature. And the duck should be ready between like 145, 155, 165 degrees, because I'm going to check different areas of the duck. So I'll be right back. Hey, we're back. Oh, look at this, man. Oh, man. I wish you can smell this. Oh, God. Oh, look at that. See the crispy skin? Oh, man. Smells good. We're going to flip it right now. We're going to flip this void. And you can hear it. Can you hear it, Adele?
Yeah, sizzle.
Yeah. Get close up with that, man.
Yeah.
You can smell it. Oh, man, it smells good. I guarantee it's going to taste good, too. Now we're going to do is we're going to drop it to 350. Now, this part of 425 was to get the skin going, baby. Now it's going to taste good. It's going to taste good, I guarantee. Now, let's see. You can smell the onion. You can smell it really good. Really good. I'm going to close this. Where'd you put the basting at, honey? The thing that was on top of there? Because I need to put some basting on there. Some juice on top.
Let's see. Let me get it for you.
Now, see? I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. And we put a little bit of basting there on the breast. It smells so good. You can smell the onion and all that. And get your telephone now. And make a quick video and post it on Facebook right quick. Because I want people to just, smell this, okay? Look at that, baby. Does that look good? Does that look good?
That looks really good.
It's done. All right. Woohoo! All right, so Adele is going to carve this duck up while I make the au jus. Adele's going to watch. It's going to make me do this. I'm going to do the au jus, which is going to be real simple. So basically, all this stuff right here is not going to go to waste. I'm going to pour this in here. And then we'll make the au jus. Which is rather simple. I'm going to use some of this grease right here. And I'm going to put it in this pan. And see the grease right here, the duck really doesn't provide a lot of grease. But it's grease or duck fat. Will actually save for about a month. It doesn't last that long. And I'm going to use about basically a quarter cup of this grease. I'm going to add a little bit of wine, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and I'm going to play around with the flour, and I will make a duck au jus. Not really gravy, it won't be that thick. And this will go on our rice and our duck, and we'll make a nice little sauce. Rather tasty. And I don't have to add any spices or anything, because the spices are already in the duck fat right here. It's already rendered from all the onions and the garlic I added in the duck itself. So I'll go ahead and make the au jus while Adele carves up the duck. So let me go ahead and start making it. About a quarter cup of duck fat. Because that's going to be our au jus. just eyeballing it. Okay. And then a little bit of wine. About that much. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Not too much, just a little bit. Already used up the last product, but that much. And like I said, I already got all the other spices in here that came from the duck inside, that came inside the duck already. And then about that much flour. Then we cook it on high. And this will be our Au Jus. And I'll show you the secret to making Au Jus. You brush it.
Ah.
And this is our make do boat, gravy boat.
Yeah.
And Grace, of course, she wants her share of the duck. Anyway, I want you to look at the color of the Au Jus. This is duck Au Jus. Beef gravy, using the beef gravy drippings from, like, say, prime rib and all that is a little bit different, but it sort of looks similar. And like I said, once it starts heating up, got it on high. Once it starts boiling, if you want to, you can add a little bit of onion. But there's already got onion in it. But it's hurt a little bit, add a little bit more. If anything, so it looks cool.
Yeah.
Don't need that much, just basically it's the coolness factor of making it look cool. But really, once it starts boiling up like this, and it only takes like a minute or so, and you are done. And you can smell it. Smell it, Adele. Does it smell good? Smell like wine?
Yeah.
And now we have our duck Au Jus. And now I'll chop these onions, actually just slice these in half. Adele gets half, I get the other one, and then you squeeze it on the duck.
Yeah.
So we will be feasting in a few minutes as soon as Adele carves up the duck. Have you showed the duck yet, honey? And he just carves up nicely. It's nice and soft.
Yeah.
Very tender meat. Extremely tender. Right, dear?
That's right.
You want to show the Au Jus? It is done. The Au Jus is done. I just turned off the stove. For my cast iron skillet. And that is our duck Au Jus. Want to tell the audience how it smells, honey?
It smells really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's feast. I shall make you a plate.
Okay.
Pour some Au Jus on Adele's rice. A little bit of meat. Okay. And then, bon appetit. Try a piece of that skin, honey. Let the audience hear. I'll just take a bite. Is it nice and crispy?
Yeah.
You like it? So in other words,
It is good.
bon appetit, my love. Bon appetit.